Prince William cancels another engagement at the last minute. Prince William has been forced to cancel an engagement, planned for Thursday, at the last minute. "We look forward to rescheduling in the future and are extremely sorry to anyone who has already travelled," Kensington Palace told Hello magazine. But unlike the last time he pulled out of an event at the 11th hour, due to Kate's cancer diagnosis, this wasn't a cancellation due to a family emergency. This time the Prince of Wales pressed pause on an engagement, which was set to take place in another part of the UK, due to UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak calling an election for July 4th. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. William is following in his dad's footsteps, with King Charles and Queen Camilla similarly rescheduling their engagements for the next few weeks, so they don't distract from the election campaign. Following the Prime Minister's statement this afternoon calling a general election, the royal family will, in accordance with normal procedure, postpone engagements that may appear to divert attention or distract from the election campaign, a Buckingham Palace spokesperson said in a statement. "Their Majesties send their sincere apologies to any of those who may be affected as a result. It's understood the monarchs and members of the royal family will still attend the 80th anniversary of D-Day commemorations in Portsmouth and Normandy in early June. However, it does raise questions about the upcoming state visit from the Japanese Emperor, which is currently scheduled for June. There has been no word as yet on whether that will also be rescheduled." Sunak met with King Charles for about 15 minutes on Wednesday to request he dissolve Parliament to allow for 6 weeks of campaigning before the general election. It's understood as a result the King's weekly audience with the PM, which was set for Wednesday evening, did not take place. If Sunak loses in the upcoming election, it will mark the King's third Prime Minister in his short reign so far, having started with Liz Truss before she was ousted in favour of Sunak by the Conservative Party. Truss was formally appointed by the late Queen Elizabeth II just 2 days before she died, following Boris Johnson's resignation. The meeting at Balmoral Castle turned out to be Her Majesty's final engagement. In January, Kensington Palace told the public that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, wouldn't return to royal duties until after Easter. Now, 53 days after the annual holiday, royal aides have confirmed the princess's return to public duties is still a fair way off. And that's a good thing. The princess is not expected to return to work until it's cleared by her medical team, a Kensington Palace spokesman told the BBC yesterday. Until recently, royals were expected to keep any illnesses private and work through them as much as possible, lest the public discover that even members of the monarchy could be affected by common ailments and more serious diagnoses. King George V, the late Queen Elizabeth II's grandfather, suffered from chronic bronchitis but continued to work despite the illness, which was kept private until after his death. His son King George VI, the Queen's own father, was diagnosed with Buerger's disease, which causes blood vessels to swell painfully and can even prevent blood flow, causing clots to form. It affected his legs and made walking and working at his desk excruciating, but he kept calm and carried on, never sharing his agony with the public. Towards the end of his life, George VI suffered from lung cancer and even had to have one of his lungs removed in 1951. His people never knew, nor did the monarch himself, as doctors chose to hide the ailment even from their king. When he died from coronary thrombosis in 1952, everyone was shocked. Even the late Queen kept mum about her own health issues, often working through periods of ill health and only ever stepping back from public duties when her ailments, and medical team, forced her hand. After centuries of royals treating their own health with a never complain, never explain attitude, it's refreshing to see the Princess of Wales taking her cancer diagnosis into her own hands. She chose when and where to make her diagnosis public, revealing she had cancer in a video message weeks after the initial planned abdominal surgery where it was discovered. Mass speculation about her health and marriage also played a role. She has remained firm in her decision to prioritize her own health and the well-being of her and Prince William's 3 young children, Prince George, 10, Princess Charlotte, 9, and Prince Louis, 6. And, it seems, she will be the one to decide when and how to return to public duties in the months ahead. Reports suggest she's continued working quietly on several key passion projects from home while undergoing cancer treatment, including early childhood initiatives for the Royal Foundation Business Task Force for Early Childhood.